Bombtar is one of the strongest decks in the RSPK format, warping the meta around its raw power. The deck offers a streamlined game plan that makes it a great entry point into the format while still offering the depth of decision making that is synonymous with RSPK. We're going to take a look at the list that I personally have built in paper today and showcase some of the gorgeous cards in today's deck museum. Let me know in the comments if you enjoy this type of content, because I have many other retro decks that I could make a video on. The goal is simple: set up Dark Tyranitar while discarding energy cards to the Holon engine in order to use Electrode's extra energy bomb Pokepower, accelerating up to 5 energy to your Pokemon in play to power up Dark Tyranitar's costly attack costs, and set yourself behind on prizes to activate cards that benefit from being behind on prizes, like POW Hand Extension and Scramble Energy. This deck presents a very straightforward game plan with very high consistency, which is why I run so many 4-ofs. In places that we don't run full 4 copies, it's usually because we plan on using one less than the count that we play. For example, we play a 2-2 Electrode EX line, but we only ever plan on using one. So let's start with the Pokemon. We play 3 copies of Delta Larvitar. We choose Delta Larvitar over its fighting counterpart for its niche use as a discard to Holon Adventurer, to draw an extra card in late game scenarios where we only plan on using 2 Tyranitar. We play 3 copies of Dark Pupitar. This one has the Dark Streak attack, which could potentially buy us a turn off of Paralysis, but Rock Tumble, dealing 40 damage, can knock out Stantlers thanks to its dual Fighting Darkness typing, and potentially one-shot opposing Tyranitar with enough Darkness energies. We play 3 copies of Dark Tyranitar as well. Dark Tyranitar is huge with 120 HP, usually requiring a 2-shot. All 3 of the Tyranitar's attacks are useful, however Spinning Tail is the most useful attack to stay behind on prizes while racking up damage across the board. Grind can be a useful poke if you haven't blown up an Electrode, and Bite Off is the best attack for taking knockouts on EX Pokemon. It does base 120 damage, but can be boosted with Darkness energies. This is a 3-3-3 line, as you don't ever plan on making 4 Dark Tyranitar. In most cases you'll only use 2, and 3 in only the slowest best case scenario, so you get 3 slots back in your deck overall. This is the best Voltorb, since Thunder Wave can buy you a turn in a pinch. We play a 2-2 Electrode EX, since you only ever need 1 to go off. Extra Energy Bomb accelerates any 5 energy from your discard pile into play, including Scramble energies, which allows you to power up potentially multiple Tyranitar. Using Extra Energy Bomb for only a single energy can sometimes be the correct play to set yourself behind on prizes, to activate Scramble energies, and POW Hand Extension, to keep your opponent from using their POWs and Scrambles. Jirachi is your main setup Pokemon, using the Make-A-Wish attack to evolve up your Voltorbs and Larvitars for a single energy. Jirachi is dealt a damage with each successful evolution, which can allow you to knock it out with its own attack to go behind on prize cards if the Electrode game plan isn't an option. We play a single copy of Lapras as a way to chain Mentor into another supporter off the Support Navigation Pokepower, usually used for searching out Rocket's admin on the turn that you use Electrode's Extra Energy Bomb to set your opponent to a low hand size. In a pinch, Lapras also works as a 9th out to Holon Mentor in your opening hand to maximize your odds of getting into the game. Holon's Electrode is used as a 1-of energy that can be searched out with Holon Mentor, usually to power up Jirachi in the early game. I play it over Holon's Magneton due to Magneton's fire weakness to opposing Delta Larvitar. Powering this deck, we have the Holon engine. 4 Holon Transceiver allow you to search your deck or discard pile for a Holon supporter, either Holon Mentor, Holon Scientist, or Holon Adventurer, effectively giving you access to a maximum of 5 Scientists and Adventurers and 8 Holon Mentor. 4 Mentor are played to ensure that you get into the game as often as possible. Every basic in your deck has under 100 HP, so Mentor gives you full access to the majority of Pokemon in your deck, with additional versatility to get energies, supporters, or evolution cards with Holon's Voltorb, Lapras, and Jirachi respectively. Holon Adventurer allows you to build your hand while discarding energies to its cost. Many mid-game transceivers target Adventurer for this reason. Holon Scientist is the most niche of the Holon engine that we play, being dependent on your opponent's hand, but with the potential to draw significantly more cards than Adventurer, provided that your hand size is low enough. Stevens is used for additional draw, that can draw in upwards of 6 cards provided that your opponent's board is full. Only 3 copies are included, as they don't play well with each other, only being able to be played if you have 6 or less cards in your hand. A full 4 copies of Rocket's Admin is played to maximize the chances to see it on your Electrode turn. Admin is the best disruption option in the deck, limiting your opponent's hand size in the format where most decks don't have an onboard draw engine. Admin is best used after Electrode's Extra Energy Bomb Pokepower, shuffling the prize cards your opponent just drew back into the deck and reducing their hand size even further. Admin pairs best with a combination of the two most disruption trainers in the format, POW Hand Extension and Cessation Crystal. A full 4 copies of each are included to maximize the odds of hitting the combo of Cess, POW, and Admin all in the same turn. POW can only be used when you're behind on prize cards, which you intend to be for the majority of the game. It allows you to drag up the opposing threat to knock out before your opponent gets a chance to utilize it, or strand a support Pokemon in the active to use Spinning Tail and pressure the entire board. POW is more than just an old counter catcher, as it also has the ability to push an energy from the active Pokemon to a benched one, letting you move double energies like Cast Form or Scramble energy off your opponent's attackers, potentially stranding it for additional turns of Spinning Tail. Bombtar really only has a single Poké Power it intends on using, and only once during the game, so Cessation Crystal can allow you to shut down Poké Powers and bodies in play during the rest of the game, especially after an admin to limit your opponent's chances to mount a comeback. Cessation Crystal can work against you, however, since your opponent can use it to prevent you from using Electrode's Poké Power in the first place. It's generally common knowledge not to put down more than one Cessation Crystal at a time to avoid Windstorm from getting a 2-for-1, so Warp Point allows you to push Cessation Crystal from the active, allowing you to use Electrode. Warp Point has additional utility to switch between multiple Tyranitars, allowing you to recover from confusion, most commonly inflicted by Stantler's screechy voice. With so much utility, we play 4 copies of Warp Point. Anyone wise to our 4 Warp Point game plan isn't completely safe, as we do play 1 copy of Windstorm ourselves to hopefully guarantee an eventual use of Electrode. Most matchups where our opponent will put 2 Cessation Crystal in play, like Stantler decks, give us enough time to dig through our deck to find our single Windstorm. But with most cases where only 1 is in play, it's akin to a 5th Warp Point. Rounding out our trainers, we have a single copy of Curse Stone to accelerate our spread damage in play, putting a damage counter on each Pokemon with Poké Powers between turns. In most cases, we don't have any Pokemon with powers in play, so it's almost entirely a one-sided effect. It can also demand a response from our opponents if they play a power-heavy deck, which could force them to burn one of their Windstorm, giving our Cessation Crystal a higher chance to stick. This list plays less energy than some of the lists that contain heal energy, since Warp Point is filling the slot of healing special conditions for us, in addition to working as our anti-Cessation Crystal package. As for the energies we do play, we have 4 Scramble energies. These provide 3 in any type when behind on prizes, which is the easiest way to power up Tyranitar's Spinning Tail, especially if you're locked out with Electrode and need to go behind on prizes naturally. Providing 3 Rainbow energy is also our only way to power up Dark Pupitar's Rock Tumble, as we don't have any other sources of fighting energy. We play a full 4 copies of Darkness energy as well, to pay for Dark Tyranitar's attacks and buff the damage output. Darkness energy does 10 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon while attached to your Dark Pokemon, allowing Spinning Tail to deal a little extra damage to the active, or push Bite-Off's damage as high as 160 with all 4 Darkness energies attached. Rounding out the energies, we have 2 Holon FF energies, along with 2 Fire energies, which can be played in combination to remove Tyranitar's fighting weakness. This prevents one-shots from Tyranitar's main counter, Regirock EX, as a lot of decks have to resort to hitting for weakness in order to take down such a large attacker. So that's it for my deck list here today. Let me know if you play any different lists and how it differs from mine. I'm always looking to change my list, but I'm thinking that it's going to be hard to swap off this 60. If you'd like to see some gameplay with this deck, I have 2 videos showcasing it on screen now. This has been the Holon Scientist. Until next time.